Here we have the Tackle Club Saltwater Estuary Box for July. Let's have a look. All right, I'm going to start off with this one from Shad's Lures. This is like a little hard body prawn. These things are a lot of fun to fish and you can use them in a lot of different areas. One of my favorites is just casting this over the sand flats, you know, chasing brim, chasing whiting. Yeah, not too big for whiting, you can still catch whiting on them. Even some of the rocky edges for mangrove jack in the mangroves, for barramundi as well. You can just fish this in so many different ways. Pontoons, let it sink down the face of a pontoon, chase some brim or whatever else is hanging out under there. But something like this just has a nice slow sink, just up and down. I like to work this kind of like in a hopping retrieve. So cast it out, let it slow sink down, hit the bottom, do sort of little half-assed little twitch up, it's back up in the water column, wind your slack line in, let it sink back down again. That slow sink is fundamental for getting some good hits. Often as well, if you let it pause and sit on the bottom, the second you dart this off the bottom and it kicks up some sand, you can often pick up some flathead as well that are going to just grab onto it. But something like this, a prawn, little hard body prawn, everything eats prawns. Super versatile lure. Next up from Damiki, the Damiki Socals. This is like a little minnow style hard body bibbed lure. And this one here is a little suspending hard body, dives down to about 2 meters. So it's going to be great for trawling some of those shallower weed edges where you got those nice little drop offs, pick up some flathead. You can twitch this down along some pontoons for some mangrove jack or some little dewies or something. Or even just work it down some of these drop offs from the flats down to the deeper water where you got that current ripping through and chase some flathead that way. Got a few different options there for you with the Damiki Socal little bibbed minnow. Moving over to some soft plastic options here. We have the Curly Vibe from Chase Baits. Now I've got the slow sink version here, which is going to be kind of cool. Work this vertically, it's just going to have that slow sink straight back down again. Another hop off the bottom, slow sink back down again. It's going to be awesome for jigging up some of your mulloway, your thread fin. You can even cast and retrieve this using a hopping retrieve to chase some flathead, sink this down the side of some pontoons, heaps of different options for this one. Obviously with the heavy trebles underneath it, I'm probably not going to be using this one to cast up into the mangroves because it's going to be a bit more prone to getting snagged up. So I like to use something like this more in open water, so where you've got those sandy drop-offs, where you've got some of that deeper water, the deeper channels with that water flowing through it is going to be perfect for your Curly Vibe. And last but not least, we've got 2 soft plastic options here for you. The first one from Damiki is the Tachi Shad in the 2.7 inch. It's like a little T-tail, paddle tail soft plastic with a ribbed body. And Brawler Baits, we've got the Bruce Pond Scum, is the color I've got. So these are essentially like a little yabby, saltwater yabby kind of profile. So something like this can be dynamite if you rig it up nice and light for that slow sink next to a pontoon if you're chasing some brimbos, or if you want to chase some whiting over the flats. Something like this one, I'll probably go a slightly heavier jig head and just jump straight into a slow to medium retrieve along the face of some of these structures that we've mentioned. And that's it for the Saltwater Estuary Box this month. If you want to check it out or any of the others in the range, just head to www.tackleclub.com.au. Pick a box that's right for you, and welcome to the club.